Thank you very much for joining us here on Spotlight New Jersey. I'm Della Cruz. Today we're featuring a renowned makeup artist. Jacqui Phillips has worked with the world's most sought-after faces, such as First Lady Laura Bush, Miss America 2005 Deidre Downs, Judy Collins, Carmen Electra, Cheryl Tiegs, Jimmy Fallon, and the list goes on and on. She is based out of New York City and works internationally. This former model also developed and launched her own line of cosmetics called Jacqui Phillips Cosmetics. Welcome. It's good to have you with me.
Thank you so much for having me, too.
Let's take a look at some pictures that you have brought in and find out a little bit more about Miss Jacqui. Of course, there's your brochure with your business, Jacqui Phillips Cosmetics. And we have a lot of celebrity friends and clients here.
Yes, we do. There's Michael J. Fox, and there's Judy Collins. Judy Collins is a singer, author, philanthropist. I mean, she's really
and
does
you're on
everything.
tour with her.
And I've been touring with her for the last 5 years.
And the next picture?
And this is our First Lady Laura Bush.
Of course.
And this is my friend Susie Castillo. She's also Miss USA. And Wayne Newton, that was in Las Vegas this past summer. I worked in Vegas pretty much all summer with MTV. And this is Jimmy Fallon. That was a talk show. Oh, that was, I think, an MTV something I did with him.
We are back with spa owner and makeup artist Jacqui Phillips. Jacqui, you're here to tell us about your airbrush technique. Explain what that's all about.
Well, airbrush tanning was developed to help prevent skin cancer. So Christy Chang developed a formula that gives people different levels of a tan. So basically, there's not one tan for everyone. Everything is custom to the person. And as you can see, there's a very dramatic difference between these two. Now, Nellie hasn't been tanned yet, but she's about to get tanned. And basically, the exciting part of airbrush tanning is that one visit to one of our spas would be equal to maybe 2 months going to the tanning bed or a 2-week vacation. You can basically get that done in an instant.
How long does this tan last? It looks really good on Brian Cyrus here.
This would last about a week.
About a week. Now, you know you have to take showers or baths.
Yeah.
So will it stay on?
It will stay on, but you do have to be aware of the products that you use in the shower. For instance, certain soaps would take it off, so you want to stay away with products with a lot of alcohol in them.
And I gather you would advise clients on what they should and shouldn't use.
Sure, absolutely.
You also have a line of cosmetics, so I imagine you could give them or let them buy what they should and
yes,
use.
I could. I have lots of products to sell.
Now, Christy, you wanted to come up with this technique to help fight skin cancer. How long did it take you to devise this?
Well, I didn't. I'd love to say that I'm that smart and I thought it up on my own, but I didn't. I'm actually a skin cancer survivor. I was in the medical field and I got skin cancer, and I decided that we needed to do something better. So I researched. I actually started off working for another company, and they tended to let me down a little bit with my standards of what should be in products and what shouldn't. So then I contacted the lab, and I actually worked on formulating my own. And it does take a long time, and like everything else, technology goes so fast, we get better all the time.
How long did it take you to come up with this technique?
With this formula here, it was over a year's worth of work.
But it was worth it, I gather.
It's very worth it.
And how did you know when it was just right to put out to the public?
Because they're color tones. You want it to dry properly. You don't want it to smell. You want a pretty color. You don't want a lot of residue left over. And most important, you want it all natural. You don't want to ever harm anybody. We don't want to do anything today that's going to come back and hurt us a couple of years down the road.
Speaking of hurt us, we worry about the skin, but what about the fabric in our clothing? Do they typically do this with their clothes on? I see we have swimwear on here today.
Well, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
State law in New Jersey requires they at least wear a thong.
Okay, will this formulation affect the clothing?
No, this is an all-natural solution. So what I'm doing, what you see going on is just called a color guide. That's made of cocoa beans and all-natural products. So it's so safe, pregnant women and children can use this.
Really?
Yeah. The color guide, if it gets onto your clothes, comes right out in the wash. It's just cocoa beans, so it'll come right out in the laundry. Now, the actual product is clear, Della, and it's going into the pore, and it's stimulating the pigment to tan.
So that's how it works.
Right. So what you're seeing, though, is beautiful, but in 6 hours, she's going to shower. All extra will wash off. And then what you'll have underneath is actually your tan. That's the difference.
Does this give you the SPF protection you need when you go out in the sun? Can she still tan in the sun, or you?
Oh, yes, she can, but I don't want her to. Come around front and face me.
Now, with each person that comes to our spa and tan, we work with a foundation called Kate's Foundation. So we give you a sunscreen. So each person that comes and gets a tan, we remind them, don't forget to use your sunscreen. Even though you're tan, doesn't mean that you're not going to burn and that the sun isn't still dangerous. And, you know, we always advise them to use a lot of sunscreen.
So, Jackie, they can still go to the beach.
Of
If we want to go to the
course.
shore here in Jersey, she
Of
can
course,
still go.
of course. And she would still get a nice tan, but it would be very important to protect her skin and wear at least a 15,
How
if
did
not
you
higher.
and Christy hook up?
Christy and I hooked up. I was using her products for years on a lot of, you know, my celebrity clients that I tan in their homes or before a big event or whatever, and we had never met formally. So then I went down to see some of her new products, new machines, and then that's how we met. And we've been working together ever since.
How do your clients like this?
They love it. It becomes very addicting because it's immediate gratification. Because literally, as you can see, in 2 minutes, you're completely bronze goddess, I guess you could say.
I gather it goes over well with women and men.
Everyone. And children. I mean, it looks really nice on, you know, younger girls before prom, a wedding, pretty much any event that you would want to look.
It gives you a very natural look. Do you almost have to have flawless skin?
No, you don't have to have flawless
Nellie Rivera
skin.
there is what, all of 18?
Yeah.
Now, Cyrus, how old are you? Well, see, they naturally look good for their ages. What about somebody who might be a little older, who's still in great shape, though?
No, it would look great on anyone. Young to old, I mean, it's definitely the new age, the only alternative, I would say.
Now, what about skin types, ethnic groups? What about
Doesn't
people of
matter.
color?
The fairest to the darkest. Christy has a lot of experience with, she's, like I said, devised a lot of different colors. So someone even with darker skin than, say, maybe Cyrus or myself, there are colors available for them,
So if you put
too.
it on somebody like me, I'd get a deeper, richer tan. Would I be a little too dark for on camera?
No,
Just cutting up.
you'd have a nice glow.
We could give you a real pretty red glow.
I was going to say a red glow,
Would
yeah.
they think I was pregnant or something?
No.
You know,
What else would you like to tell us about
we
this?
have a saying that you've seen our tan, you just don't know it, and that's the truth. They've been doing this in Hollywood. The celebrities have been doing it forever.
Oh, really? So this is the secret?
Oh, this is the secret.
Now, how long does this take and how expensive is it?
It's very inexpensive, and it's about 5 minutes.
And what about maintenance? How often do you have to come back and have it redone?
Once a week.
Once a week, yeah.
Once a week.
And a lot of times people, maybe if they get it done earlier in the week, they'll come for a touch-up towards the weekend just to look a little more fresh, depending on, you know, the type of person you are.
Now, what about you and Christy? Do you like using this on yourself?
Definitely. Once a week.
Once a week?
I actually am a little bit more because tan fat looks better than white fat any day. So I'm always back in there tanning myself.
Now, Cyrus, as a man, do you do this because you want that glow, too? Okay. He said, yes, he does want that glow. He doesn't have a mic, but he wants that glow, too. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come right back with more of your techniques in just a moment. Jacqui Phillips is our guest. Stay with us.